Hi, I'm Cindy with In Touch, and you're watching In Touch with Teen Mom. Now, before we get started, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest in all your favorite Teen Mom stars. On this week's new episode of Teen Mom 2, titled Garlic Breath, Jade Cline's daughter Chloe has to have dental surgery and go under general anesthesia. Chloe is really scared, and I'm glad my mom will be there so we both can have some support, Jade Cline said on Teen Mom 2. That is, until Jade Cline's mom, Christy, drops a bomb, the first bomb of the episode, and calls Jade moments before leaving for the doctor to say she is sick and won't be able to join Jade and Chloe during Chloe's surgery. Later in the episode, Christy does show up to spend time with Chloe and Jade Cline tells her mom straight how she truly feels. I just want you to be here for Chloe too. I don't want her to just see you as my great-grandma, but as her actual grandma. And my mom too, because you did miss her surgery, Jade Cline said on Teen Mom 2. It is finally when the Teen Mom star, Jade Cline, decides to give her mom another chance, spending the day with Chloe, that Jade's mom, Christy, drops the biggest bomb of all. I'm beside myself. I might have to tell you something. Me and Dad got pulled over around 3 years ago. He had weed in there. It was a roach. I didn't know, and so they charged me with it. I'm going to jail. So, I was going to take it to trial, but my attorney said I didn't have a chance, Christy said to Jade Cline on Teen Mom 2. Fast forward to present day, and Chloe's grandma, Jade Cline's mom, Christy, is heading to jail after finding herself in the midst of a serious situation and ultimately leading Christy to accept a plea deal for possession of marijuana and possession of paraphernalia. On September 22nd of 2021, Christy accepted the plea deal. She pleaded guilty to both counts and agreed to serve 90 days behind bars with no probation. Christy also agreed to pay $585 in fines. As a result of her plea deal, Jade Cline's mom, Christy, will have to spend 90 full days in prison. Jade Cline's mom, Christy, has a sentencing court hearing set for later this month where a judge will likely accept or deny that agreement. Meanwhile, also on this week's episode of Teen Mom 2, Teen Mom star Brianna Dejesus goes on a family vacation with her kids, her sister Brittany, her mother Roxanne, and Brianna even decides to invite her then fiance, Javi Gonzalez, and his kids along. The kids and I are heading to a park a couple hours away for a family vacation this weekend. Javi and his kids are coming too, but we planned this trip before I went on Chris Lopez's podcast, and it's been tense since then, Brianna Dejesus said on Teen Mom 2. Inevitably, tensions between her and then beau Javi Gonzalez do boil over, essentially spoiling the vacation for themselves. I was really excited about going on this vacation with everyone, but Javi and I haven't been on the greatest terms. Everything bothers Javi, Brianna Dejesus said on Teen Mom 2. And later in the episode, Brianna reveals to her sister Brittany that she doesn't think she even wants to talk to Javi anymore. Now, for those of you wondering if Brianna Dejesus and Javi Gonzalez are still together present day, the answer is a hard no. The Teen Mom 2 star confirmed she and Javi called off their engagement in an Instagram Live Q&A session back in August 2021, during which the reality star responded to countless questions about the breakup. I came to the conclusion that I thought I wanted to be in a relationship, but in reality, the thought of it sounded nice, but I am just not ready for it, Brianna Dejesus said via Instagram. Then, later in this week's episode of Teen Mom 2, we watch Ashley Jones navigating her constantly complicated relationship and living situation with her then ex, Bar Smith, after Bar returns from visiting his mother in Ohio. My and Ashley's dynamic has always been weird. We started off as good friends, so we always seem to fly back into becoming good friends again. It works for us, I guess, but it is always a show, Bar Smith said on Teen Mom 2. Not long after one of Ashley Jones's and Bar Smith's countless breakups, they not only got engaged, but they got married. While the cameras weren't around, Bar and I went and got married, Ashley Jones said on Teen Mom 2. And almost within the same breath, Ashley Jones says to Bar Smith, I feel like I've asked you for certain things, and I feel like now we are so far from that, and we should just split up, I guess. As for whether Ashley Jones and Bar Smith are still together present day, well, during the first season of MTV's Teen Mom spinoff, Teen Mom Family Reunion, Cheyenne Floyd asked Ashley Jones that very question. Ashley Jones's response? We're married, but not together. I decided this. I have a lot of anger built up with Bar. Also on this week's new episode of Teen Mom 2, Teen Mom star Leah Messer demonstrates her super mom skills, taking her 3 daughters out for a fun day of mini golf while simultaneously having to struggle and manage her daughter Allie's battle with muscular dystrophy and straight up disdain for having to use a wheelchair. I don't want to sit in it, the wheelchair, the whole time, Allie said to her mom, Leah Messer, on Teen Mom 2. You don't have to sit in it the whole time, but you need to drive it to each hole. We have 18 holes, Leah Messer said to her daughter Allie on Teen Mom 2. While not thrilled, Allie did ultimately listen, and power to you, Supermom Leah. It is so hard when Allie is resistant or adamant about not using her wheelchair. She has had a few falls that have been dangerous, and I think it's definitely a struggle for us parents because I don't want her to ever feel like I'm holding her back. I just want her to see that, Leah Messer said on Teen Mom 2. Jalen hasn't met my girls yet. He's back in Georgia now and is driving up to see me this weekend while the girls are with their dad, Leah Messer said later on this week's episode of Teen Mom 2. We watched Leah Messer and now boyfriend Jalen Mobley continue to get to know each other. Leah gives Jalen a tour of her house and shows her the girls' rooms when he arrives at her home for their VIP one-on-one time, which we all know now clearly results in their ultimately falling for one another, given that Leah and Jalen's romance is going strong present day. That's it for this week's In Touch with Teen Mom. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest on your favorite Teen Mom stars. I'll see you next week.